So I decided that I wanted to try my hand at content creation and start documenting some of the stuff that I'm doing and just sharing it online. Um, More for me than anybody else, but you never know. So the first thing I did was I bought all that stuff that you saw earlier from Small Rig. They're not paying me anything, by the way. It's just the brand that I went with that had the best reviews. And I originally bought this tripod. You might not be able to see this real well. I'll show some close-ups later, but but it had the wrong connector on it for the rig cage that I bought. So then I went and I bought this one, which will mount to the rig. The problem here is, let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. One, I didn't really care for this handle because my giant Jimmy Dean finger hands won't fit in there. But also, that's all the bigger that thing gets. Whereas this one, the 5435, it's got a base for a camera and not for the Small Rig cage. So let's just get this guy opened up here. And see, that one, much, much bigger, more useful, things like that. So, don't like the base on this one. And that's the wrong connector on that one. So what I am going to try to do here, I'm going to get this light in here. I'll have a better setup one day, but for today, we are in my old shop. So if you can see right on there, I don't know if this is going to come out or not, but you've got those screw heads right there on the bottom side of both of these, and then that ball joint in the top matches on both of these. So what I think I'm going to try to do, let me try and get that back up there where I had it so it's not awful. I'm trying to keep the glare off of my glasses, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and swap those two and see if we can't get a working tripod out of this. So wish me luck. Hope I don't ruin both of them.
Well, it's a vice grip suppliers, pliers for a wrench for a hammer. Hammer's everything else. It just don't seem to make much difference. I sure do like him, but he's hard on equipment.
That's right. I said the word. So a couple of these screws are turning just fine. A couple of them are stripping out really badly, which leads me to believe that Small Rig never intended anybody to take their stuff apart once they bought it. But that's just not who we are. Okay. I'm fine with stripping the screw as long as I can get it out. If I can get it out, I can go to the hardware store and replace it. I think that one might be a little beyond saving. The other thought is that's the base that I need to keep. If I need to, I could probably drill this thing out. I was hoping it wouldn't be quite that involved, but you know what they say, you can hope in one hand and shit in the other and see which fills up first. Alright, we're going to try one more thing before we go full Demolition Man on it. Shout out to Wesley. That one's got a little bit more point to it. I can't tell if that did anything or not. Yeah, that ain't doing it. So, woo. Smells like dentist in here. Alright. Yeah, we can make this work. We can make this work. Set up. And pull all the way up. Pulls all the way up. Telescopes all the way out. And if we look at our cold head here, all over the place. Got the floppy down. We're good. Tighten it down. It's good. So, I did manage to totally frag this one, but that's the one that we didn't want to use in the first place, so that's perfectly fine. Unless you're small rig, and then you're probably kind of pissed, but I'm sure I'll get over that. And then we're just going to clean all of this mess up here. So yeah, I think after some very careful editing, I can put all of this together. And but the cool thing is, like I said, this is kind of a new thing for me. I don't really know anything at all about being a content creator or video editing or any of this. This is all new to me, so this should be a fun little adventure that we're on. So So yeah, essentially what I did was I took a small rig 5435 with the where is the other? Yeah. So this is the head that was on it, which is what snaps into the bottom of your SLR. Which I wasn't going to go out and spend $850 on this until I find out, you know, if this is something I'm going to get into, or if this is just something that's going to end up on Craigslist next month. But so I took the head off of the 5435, or I took the head off the 5285 and put it on the 5435. Right. And ended up with exactly what I wanted. So off to the races. Let's see how this goes.